empty bell, your name still echoes where the chapel fell. Sun bleeds red across the desert sky, dust hangs heavy in my eyes. An old white chapel, cracked and worn, still stands where our vows were sworn. Rusty bell won't ring no more, hinges cry on the crooked door. I trace your name in shifting sand with a trembling, weathered hand. Wind may scatter what we said, but love won't leave where it was bred. At the broken chapel on the sand, I still hear your soft amen. Through the heat that burns this land, I feel your heart again. If the desert steals my breath, or the storm caused me to stone, that broken chapel keeps our oath and calls me back home. Coyote sings beyond the ridge, moonlight silver on the bridge. My saddle creaks beneath the stars, scars glowing like gold guitars. Your veil still lies on the chapel floor, torn by time yet worth much more. I kneel where our shadows once met and swear I ain't forgot you yet. Even when the night runs cold, your love's a fire I still hold. At the broken chapel on the sand, I still hear your soft amen. Through the heat that burns this land, I feel your heart again. If the desert steals my breath, or the storm carves me to stone, that broken chapel keeps our oath and calls me back home. If you're watching from the rising moon where the shadows slowly bend, follow one bright silver dune, that's my promise on the wind. At the broken chapel on the sand, I'll ride till daylight burns. Through the dust that scars this land, my lonely heart returns. When my horse steps on that ground and the desert grows still and sound, I'll take your veil and hold your hand and mend what time has torn into.
Sand keeps moving, stars grow dim, but our vow stays where it's been.
Cold rain, empty track, whistle calling you right back. Old wooden station on a lonely line, neon flickers like a fading sign. Rain drums hard on a tin roof, counting every missing truth. Suitcase sits where you once stood, wet with all we never could. Steam still ghosts above the rail, like your breath behind a veil. Tracks may run 1,000 miles, but they still lead to your smile. At the last train after midnight, I keep waiting in the rain. Every whistle cuts the night sky, calling out your name again. If steel and storm stand in my way, I'll still hold on and stay. 'Cause that last train after midnight carries my heart your way. Lamppost trembles in the wind, your shadows dance where you've been. Your ticket rests inside my coat, creased like a half-written note. I hear your footsteps in the puddle, soft as when we used to huddle. Even empty, this platform sings of every promise time still brings. Though the night is cold and wide, your love still rides by my side. At the last train after midnight, I keep waiting in the rain. Every whistle cuts the night sky, calling out your name again. If steel and storm stand in my way, I'll still hold on and stay. 'Cause that last train after midnight carries my heart your way. If you're somewhere down that line tonight, watching sparks against the dark, follow one bright streak of light. That's my promise on the track. At the last train after midnight, I'll stand firm till dawn is born. Through the thunder, through the fight, my love won't feel torn. When your carriage finally slows and the whistle softens low, I'll take your hand beneath that glow, never let you go. Rain fades, rails shine bright, but love rides past midnight. Weed in the wind, dust on my sleeve, and your smile still runs through everything. Golden fields bending in the evening glow, like a slow dance only farmers know. My boots leave lines through the tall dry grain, carrying all our joy and pain. Red barn creaks in the fading light, swallow circle before the night. I tip my hat toward the setting sun, thanking God for what we've done. Seasons come and seasons go, but your love keeps me growing slow. In the golden fields of summer, I planted your name in the sky. Every seed, every thunder whispered, don't say goodbye. If the rain should fall tomorrow, or the wind should carry me far, your love will still be my harvest, wherever I stand or are. Tractor hums like a gentle prayer, dust rising warm through the air. Your hand rested on my chest that day when we knelt in the harvest clay. We carved our dreams on the barn's old walls, swore we'd rise after every fall. Even when the crop ran thin, you said we'll still win. To every storm that cuts the sky, your faith is why I try. In the golden fields of summer, I planted your name in the sky. Every seed, every thunder whispered, don't say goodbye. If the rain should fall tomorrow, or the wind should carry me far, your love will still be my harvest, wherever I stand or are. If you're standing by that broken gate, watching clouds drift slow and wide, follow the trail the wheat will make, that's my promise by your side. In the golden fields of morning, I'll ride till the daylight burns, through the dust, the rain, the warning, my heart to you returns. When the harvest bell finally rings and the prairie quiet sings, I'll take your hand in the shining air and leave my worries there. Fields grow quiet, sun sinks low, but love keeps on in every road. Wind on a lonely highway, dust dancing in the sunset, and your memory rides beside me tonight. Boots on a worn out floor, head hanging by the door. The old pickup starts to cry as I drive beneath the sky. Radio plays a broken tune, fading out under the moon. Your picture in the visor still feels like you're sitting here so real. Roads may stretch and pull us apart, but I still carry you in my heart. There are miles between our hearts tonight, but your love still leads my way. Through the dust, the rain, the firelight, I'd ride forever just to stay. Every sunrise calls your name, every sunset feels the same. No matter how far I roam, your love is still my home. Fence lines cut the endless land like time slipping through my hand. Barn lights glow across the hill and the night is calm and still. I remember your soft goodbye, tears shining in your eyes, but I promised I'd return someday, even if the world gets in my way. Through the storm and lonely nights, your love is my guiding light. There are miles between our hearts tonight, but your love still leads my way. Through the dust, the rain, the firelight, I'd ride forever just to stay. Every sunrise calls your name, every sunset feels the same. No matter how far I roam, your love is still my home. If the road gets dark and broken and the world feels far apart, look to the northern horizon, I'm riding straight to your heart. There are miles between our hearts tonight, but nothing can break our love. Through the longest, coldest, hardest ride, you're the heaven I'm dreaming of. When the dust finally settles down and my boots hit your front ground, I'll hold you in my arms again. I swear I'll never leave you then. Dust on a midnight road, but your love brought me home.
Slow water, quiet night. Your silhouette still haunts the firelight.
Moon hanging low above the riverbed, water carries whispers it won't send. My horse stands still in the silver glow, like he knows where I shouldn't go. Wet boots sink into the sandy shore, heart knocking like an old barn door. The scarf is tied around my rein, smelling like summer rain. Water keeps rolling toward the sea, but you're still running back to me. Ride the river of my last goodbye. I'm learning how to breathe again. Stars reflect like tears in your eyes when you said this is the end. But every curtain calls your name, every ripple feels the same. It flows a river running wide. I'll cross it just to find your sign. Critics sing beneath the cottonwood trees. Wind runs cold across my sleeves. Sirens low on the gravel bank where your shadow used to stand and thank. I remember your hand on my chest, soft as a dove at sunset's crest. You said ride hard, but don't forget, this river ain't done with us yet. Even when the night feels cold, your love's a current I still hold. By the river of my last goodbye, I'm learning how to breathe again. Stars reflect like tears in your eyes, and you said this is the end. But every current calls your name, every ripple feels the same. It loves a river running wide. I'll cross it just to find your sign. If you're standing on that far bank tonight, watching clouds rolling deep, look for one bright sliver by. That's my promise I still keep. By the river of my last goodbye, I won't let our story fade. Hear the flood, the dark, the tide. I'll keep every vow we made. When my host sits in your side and the dawn breaks golden bright, I'll take your hand across that line and make this river finally mine. Water keeps moving, but my heart stays true. Cold wind in the canyon, boots on broken stone. your memory still walks me home. Sunrise bleeding over jagged stone paints the ridge like burnished gold. My horse stands silent on the edge, breath rising like a final pledge. Eagles circle in the open sky, shadow stretching long and wide. Dust clings heavy to my sleeve like every promise I still keep. Miles of rock may split our way, but your love still guides my day. At the Lone Canyon sunrise, I call your name across the wind through the silence of the high skies. I feel your heart again. If the mountains stand between us, I'll climb them just to see that Lone Canyon sunrise, bringing you back to me. Cracked leather on my saddle side, scars from every reckless ride. Dry riverbed beneath my feet, echoes every word we'd speak. Your silver ring inside my glove, still warm with all our love. Even when the night runs cold, it's your hand I still hold. Storms may tear the heavens wide, but you're still here inside. At the Lone Canyon sunrise, I call your name across the wind through the silence of the high sky. I feel your heart again. If the mountains stand between us, I'll climb them just to see that Lone Canyon sunrise, bringing you back to me. If you're watching from the valley floor where the shadows turn to light, follow that golden ribbon north, that's my promise in your sight. At the Lone Canyon sunrise, I'll ride till daylight burns through the wind, the snow, the fire. My heart to you returns when my horse steps on your ground and the canyon grows still and sound. I'll take your hand beneath the glow and swear I'll never go. Rocks grow quiet, sky turns bright, but love rides through the night. Neon flicker, cold coffee, your voice still ringing inside me. Rain on the diner's dusty glass, clock hanging like a faded past. Booth by the window cracked in two, still smells a little bit like you. Payphone humming by the door, coins rattle like my heart once more. I twist a cord around my hand, wishing you could understand. Miles stretch like a highway long, but your love keeps me strong. 1/4 in the payphone night, calling your name through the rain. Static dancing in the streetlight, but I still hear you say my name. If the line goes cold or breaks in two, 'cause that quarter in the payphone is all that pulls me home. Waitress fills my chip white cup, says, boy, you look like you've had enough. I tip my hat and force a smile. Been gone just one too many miles. Outside a truck rolls down the lane, tires humming through the rain. I picture you behind that wheel, coming back to make this real. Through the thunder, through the night, your voice is still my light. One quarter in the payphone tonight, calling your name through the rain. Static dancing in the streetlight, but I still hear you say my name. If the line goes cold or breaks in two, I'll dial the world just to reach you. 'Cause that quarter in the payphone is all that pulls me home. If you're somewhere under stormy skies, watching headlights streak and glow, listen close for one clear line. That's my heart calling you home. One quarter in the payphone tonight, I'd spend my whole last dime. Through the dark, the cold, the fight, your love will still be mine. When your truck rolls up in view and the rain finally breaks in two, I'll hang that phone up slow and never let you go. Neon fades, rain grows light, but your love stays through the night. Cold coffee, a long highway, and your shadow still walks beside me today. Neon fades in a roadside town, my boots slow when the sun goes down. A jukebox crying through thin brick walls, like my heart when your name it calls. Silver buckles scratched and worn, leather cracked from the dust of dawn. I trace your name on a foggy glass, hoping time might bring you back. I chase the edge of yesterday, but your love won't drift away. I'm riding the edge of yesterday, where your voice still pulls me near. Through the broken roads and miles of gray, you're the truth I need to hear. Every highway leads to you, every midnight paints you blue. No matter how far I stray, you're my heart at break of day. Broken fence along the river bend, looks like us when we couldn't mend. Wind keeps talking through tall dry grass, as if it knows we're stuck in the past. You let her sleep in my glove box side, ink faded like a low tide. Still I read them every night under a lonesome taillight. Even when the turns cold. Your love is a story I hold. I'm riding the edge of yesterday, where your voice still pulls me near. Through the broken roads and miles of gray, you're the truth I need to hear. Every highway leads to you, every midnight paints your blue. No matter how far I stray, you're my heart at break of day. If you're standing on that hill tonight, watching clouds drift far away, look for one thin ribbon of light, that's my promise on its way. I'm riding the edge of yesterday, but tomorrow calls your name. Through the storm and burning clay, I'd cross the world the same. When my tires kiss your driveway stone and the night lay still and slow, I'll drop my hat, take your hand, and never let you go. Dust settles, engines fade, but love outlives yesterday. Dust in the wind, boots on the ground, and your memory still rides beside me now. Sunset bleeding on the prairie sky, red like the tears I try to hide. Engine hums on this lonely road, carrying a heart too heavy to hold. Head tip low against the rain, every mile repeats your name. Wind whispers through the barbed wire line like it knows I crossed your mind. The roads can take me far away, but your love is where I stay. There's dust and promise in my boots tonight, riding straight toward your light. Through the storm, the cold, the fire, you're the only one I desire. Every sunrise pulls me near, every sunset brings you here. No matter how far I roam, your love is still my home. Old Bond creaks beneath the stars, like my heart with all its scars. Your photograph on my dashboard seat keeps me steady on my feet. I remember your soft goodbye, moonlight trembling in your eyes. I said, I'll come back someday, even if the world stands in my way. Through the silence of the night, you're my northern guiding light. It's dust and promise in my boots tonight, riding straight toward your light. Through the storm, the cold, the fire, you're the only one I desire. Every sunrise pulls me near, every sunset brings you here. No matter how far I roam, your love is still my home. If the road gets dark and broken and your heart begins to ache, look toward the horizon glowing, I'ma promise you won't break. It's dust and promise on this endless ride, but nothing tears our hearts apart. Through the longest, hardest nights alive, you're the beat inside my heart. When my tires hit your front gate ground and the engine settles down, I hold you like I did before and swear I'm riding off no more. Dust in the
dawn. But your love brought me home. Creaking boards, warm fire, your silhouette in the evening choir. Rocking chair on a weathered porch, shadows dancing from a lantern torch. Wind chimes sing a lonesome tune, swinging slow beneath the moon. Old screen door starts to sway, like it knows what I can't say. Your boots sit lined up by the rail, paint chipped leather worn and pale. Night can take my breath away, but your love keeps me anchored in place. In the front porch firelight, I see your face so clear. Through the long and lonely night, it's your voice I wanna hear. If the world keeps spinning fast, I'll make this moment last, with the sparks that climb the sky. I'll swear I'll never say goodbye. Crickets drum along the field, stars hang low like polished steel. Horses breathe in the quiet dark, steam rising like a whispering spark. I remember your soft laugh, photograph tucked in my hat. You said ride hard, but don't forget this porch is where our hearts are set. Even when the cold winds blow, your love is the warmth I know. In the front porch firelight, I see your face so clear. Through the long and lonely night, it's your voice I wanna hear. If the world keeps spinning fast, I'll make this moment last, with the sparks that climb the sky. I'll swear I'll never say goodbye. If you're watching from inside tonight, through that old lace curtain pane, follow the trail of orange light, that's my promise in the flame. In the front porch firelight, I'll lay my heart on the line. Through the storm and darkest night, your love will still be mine. When the morning breaks in gold, and the roosters shake the cold, I'll take your hand in the dawn's first glow, and never let you go. Fire!